Photographers, before you go buy another seamless paper backdrop, let me show you how this one gray backdrop can be turned to any color that you want in Photoshop. Welcome back to ACB Photography, where I help photographers win. Most of you know me, but for those of you who are new here, who have just subscribed, my name is April and I am the owner and photographer of ACB Photography. Now, this week's tutorial I'm so excited about because not only is it beginner friendly, it's so quick and easy to do, and it's going to help you and save you a lot of money. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's get right into it, y'all. This is the image that we're going to start with today, and I picked an image that I shot on a gray backdrop. I'm going to tell you why I prefer doing this color changing on a gray backdrop, because gray is a neutral color. Starting with a neutral color, it just gives you better results. So I recommend doing it on a gray backdrop. Shoot your image, and it also, the way you shoot your image is going to matter as well. You want to make sure that the backdrop is properly exposed, and so that everything that we do to it retains the shadows and the lighting that we need to make the result look believable. All right, so I shot this image on a gray backdrop, and I'm going to go through the process and show you exactly how that you can come up with endless colors for this backdrop. So we're going to go through a few examples. All right, so first thing we need to do is separate the subject from the background. And what we're going to do is select the subject first. So I have it saved over here in my properties tab. I'm going to hit select subject. So the subject selection part of it is going to be very, very crucial to making sure that you have believable results. So once you hit select subject, Photoshop, the newest version, does a great job of selecting the subject. It does a great job of fine tuning those details as far as the hair and anything else. In this case, we have earrings. So I want to zoom in and make sure that it selected everything that we needed, but didn't select anything that we don't need. And this looks really good. See how the marching ant lines are around the earrings. So it is, considering those gaps in the earrings, and it's going to make our results look very, very believable. People are going to think you got multiple colors of backdrops. If you only have one gray, that's what I suggest. Start with this one gray, and then you can change it in here. All right, let me stop babbling. The next step in the process is, like I said, we have selected the subject, but what we need to do is isolate the background only. So what I'm going to do is go up here, and I'm going to invert the selection. Now I have disabled my screen so I can't see the very, very top, but there is a button at the very, very top says select. You're going to select that and hit inverse. I always like shortcuts, so if I was doing this my own, I would hit Shift, Option, and I on MacBook. All right, so now we have the backdrop selected. So that's the only part that we want the color to affect is the backdrop. So with the backdrop selected, we're going to go down here to the adjustments panel. It is a circle with the little line through it. One part is filled and one part is not filled. That is our adjustments layer. And we're going to scroll down until we see solid color. We're going to click that. Then the color swatch is going to come up. It's going to ask us what color we want to do. So let's start with blue. Let's change this gray backdrop to blue. So I'm just going to slide this over to the color I want. Let's do a deeper blue. Let's say about right there. All right, so select the color that you want, click OK. Now we're not done, because if you zoom in, you're going to see that it has erased the shadows. This client looks like she's standing in the middle of the air. All right. So what we're going to do to fix that, we are going to change the blending mode. It is automatically set at normal. So we're going to go over here, click normal, and we're going to change this to multiply. What multiply does is adds your adjustment, but it also brings back anything that was in the previous layer. For instance, the shadows. We'll click that and we zoom in, we see we got our shadows back, and it looks like this is really a blue backdrop. All right, so if you decide that you don't really like that color, you can always change it. This part right here is not destructive. We can change it. To change it to a different color, simply double click. The color swatches back. Let's say we're going to change it to purple, my favorite color. So let's drag until we see a purple that we like, and I'm going to go with a light purple. Move it to where you want to, click OK. Now it's light purple. Let's say we wanted to give our client an option of what color backdrop she wants. Say we were in the session and we're letting her know, hey, I know I'm shooting this on a gray backdrop, but I can change it to another color if you prefer. The client is not sure. Let's say we want to give her some options. So instead of doing this process all over, I'm going to disable this and I'm going to duplicate this layer. So the shortcut for me is Command J. We're going to duplicate that. We're going to turn it on and let's double click and let's try another color. Let's try pink. So let's slide it to a pink color. That's more a mauve. Let's go to a true pink. Still looks a little purple to me. Let's do there. Okay. All right. Let's say we want to give her another option. Let's say an option that, well, this does match her outfit because there's that pink right there in her outfit. All right. So let's say we want to give her another option that will match with what she's got on. Let's say, what about this goldish color? So let's make another copy. Let's turn off this one and let's change that to the gold. So if you want to do a particular color and that color's in your image, instead of clicking a color over here from the color swatcher, let's go over here and just pinpoint a color. Pinpoint, you see that medicine dropper? We're going to pinpoint that orange. You're going to click you're going to click option and click it. And there we go. It exactly matches what she has on. All right, so we're going to give her that option. Let's do another one just for fun. Let's turn that off. Let's double click this. Let's pick another color. How about we go green? Let's lighten it up a little bit. All right, click OK. And there's green. So simple and easy. Let's go through what we've already selected, what we've already done. So we've done green. Let's take that off. There is orange or gold. Turn that off. And there is the pinkish color. Let's turn that off. Purple, my favorite. And let's add blue back in there. We want to give her an option of blue. So I'm going to duplicate the purple. Or duplicate the green. And we're going to turn the purple off. Turn the green on. And we're going to change it to blue. That's pretty, actually. Let's leave it right there. So we've given her blue, green, gold, and pink, and purple. So you can turn it off and on. That's the original. That's the blue. And that's the green. That's the gold. That's the pink. And there's the purple. And that's how you can take one gray backdrop and create endless opportunities without spending a dime. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Also, leave me a comment below and let me know what you thought. And if you have any other Photoshop techniques that you would love to see demonstrated, I'll be glad to help. Until the next time.